When the storm raged across the northern seas and a tiny cub's cry pierced the icy winds, few would have imagined that a tale of survival and humanity was about to unfold, a tale where nature's unyielding devotion met mankind's compassion. The vast wilderness of Alaska is not just home to breathtaking landscapes, but also to countless untold stories of resilience, survival, and the unbreakable bonds of nature. Among these, one story stands out, a mother bear's unwavering love for her injured cub and a group of sailors who risked everything to save them. This isn't just a story about animals, it's a testament to the connection between all living beings and the extraordinary acts of kindness that can emerge in the most unlikely circumstances. It was late autumn, and the icy winds had begun to sweep through the coastal waters of Alaska. A small fishing vessel, the Arctic Voyager, was navigating through the narrow fjords, its crew braving the cold to secure their last haul of the season. As the vessel moved closer to the shore, Captain Elias noticed something unusual on a rocky outcrop. "Captain, look!" shouted Mateo, the youngest sailor on board, pointing toward the shore. Through the mist and crashing waves, they saw a large brown bear pacing anxiously along the edge of the rocks. Beside her lay a small cub, its movements feeble and labored. The crew quickly realized that the cub was injured, its leg twisted at an unnatural angle. Despite her size and strength, the mother bear appeared desperate, nudging her cub gently and letting out low, mournful grunts. For days, the mother bear had been searching for food and shelter for her cub, which had fallen from a steep ledge while playfully chasing a squirrel. The injury left the cub unable to walk, making them vulnerable to predators and the harsh elements of the approaching winter. Yet the mother bear refused to abandon her cub. She stayed close, defending it from opportunistic wolves and scavenging what little food she could find. Her fur was matted with mud and scratches, evidence of her relentless efforts to protect and provide for her young one. Despite the odds, her determination to keep her cub alive was unyielding. Back on the Arctic Voyager, the sailors debated what to do. "It's nature's way," said Lars, the first mate. "We shouldn't interfere." But Captain Elias couldn't shake the image of the struggling cub and its devoted mother. "Nature may have its ways," he replied, "but so do we. Compassion is ours." After a heated discussion, the crew decided to intervene, knowing the risks involved. Approaching a wild bear, especially a mother with her cub, was dangerous. Yet they couldn't ignore the plight of the helpless animals. Under the captain's orders, the crew prepared a small dinghy to approach the shore. They carried a tranquilizer dart, food supplies, and a makeshift stretcher crafted from fishing nets. Mateo, eager but nervous, volunteered to accompany the captain on the rescue mission. As they neared the rocky outcrop, the mother bear growled a warning, standing protectively over her cub. Elias instructed Mateo to hold his ground while he carefully loaded the tranquilizer dart. With a steady hand, he aimed and fired. The dart struck the mother bear's flank, and she stumbled before collapsing into a deep sleep. With the mother bear sedated, the crew worked quickly to secure the cub. They wrapped it gently in a blanket and placed it on the stretcher. The cub whimpered softly, its wide eyes filled with fear but also trust, as Mateo whispered soothing words. The crew carefully loaded both the mother and cub onto the dinghy and returned to the ship. Back on the Arctic Voyager, the crew created a warm, safe space for the bears in the ship's cargo hold. They tended to the cub's injury, using supplies from their first aid kit to stabilize its leg. The mother bear, still under sedation, was kept comfortable with blankets and fresh water. Over the next few days, the sailors took turns monitoring the bears. They fed the mother bear fish and berries and ensured the cub received proper care. Despite their initial fears, the bears seemed to sense that the sailors meant no harm. The mother bear's growls softened into low, grateful rumbles, and the cub began to regain its strength, even attempting to hobble around on its mended leg. As the days passed, the storm subsided, and the crew knew it was time to release the bears back into the wild. They steered the ship toward a secluded bay, far from human settlements and abundant with food sources. The sailors lowered the mother bear and her cub onto the shore. For a moment, the mother bear turned to look at the crew, her eyes filled with an almost human-like gratitude. Then, with her cub hobbling beside her, she disappeared into the dense forest. The story of the Arctic voyager and the rescued bears spread far and wide, inspiring countless others to view nature with empathy and respect. The sailors, once divided about their decision, found their bond strengthened by the experience. They realized that compassion, even in the face of danger, could create ripples of hope and healing. Years later, Captain Elias often returned to the bay, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mother bear and her now-grown cub. Though he never saw them again, he believed they were thriving, a living testament to the power of love and humanity. In the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, where survival is a daily battle, the story of a mother bear's devotion and a group of sailors' compassion stands as a reminder that kindness knows no boundaries. It's a story that teaches us the value of empathy and the profound connections that exist between all living beings, a story that will be told for generations to come.